Dirty toilets and long queues have cost Dublin Airport millions of euro in fines by the Irish Aviation Authority, €10 million in total. But with a quality of service bonus of just under €3.5 million, their total bill is €6.7 million. Meanwhile, Ryanair CEO Michael O'Leary met with Minister for Transport Eamon Ryan. The Ryanair boss wants a cap on passengers into Dublin Airport to be lifted. Eamon Ryan says no, that he can't ignore planning rules. Eoghan Corry is with us. He's editor of Travel Extra and Air and Travel magazine. Morning, Eoghan. That meeting between Michael O'Leary and Eamon Ryan, the Ryanair boss isn't happy. Why?
Good morning, Gavin. Yes, it seems that there was no meeting of minds. There was Michael O'Leary's comment was, he's a nice guy, but pie in the sky. It turned out really, the meeting went on for an hour, and while Michael O'Leary was talking about 2025, getting the passenger cap lifted, Eamon Ryan was talking about 2050 and the net zero target that aviation is meeting. Eamon Ryan quite clear he won't intervene in the planning process. It has to go its own way, which means starting in Fingal County Council and going through Borough Planola and all the reviews. Michael O'Leary saying, you did this on the Shannon LNG terminal, why can't you do it now? And they parted their ways without having reached agreement.
So how are Ryanair and other airlines going to respond to the cap?
Well, it's going to be different responses from at different levels. Dublin Airport are trying to manage it through. They're trying to say that terminal passengers who just pass through the terminal, transfer passengers, and also passengers that don't even get off an aircraft that pass through Dublin Airport should not be counted. They are talking to the airport saying any extra flights we cannot be managed. The airlines are a bit angry about that. They all had growth plans. Ryanair was going to open 12 new routes out of Dublin this year, and now they've based 3 of the aircraft that were to be in Dublin in Italy instead. So everybody seems to be converging around this, that it's not so much the cap, but the way it has been parked in a process which could take 3 or 4 years. That really is a debilitating factor for growth at Dublin Airport and by extension growth in the economy at large.
The €10 million fine on the DAA, you fly a lot, Owen. How bad were the toilets at Dublin Airport in your view?
No surprise, Gavin, to any of the listeners who've been through Dublin Airport through 2020, late 2022, 2023. The system almost came to a halt. A couple of things contributed to it. Staffing issues, particularly with the subcontracted companies looking after things. They had trouble recruiting. There was also an upgrade of the security, so getting clearances to go airside was a big issue. Inspectors were in short supply, and that impacted heavily on the security queues for summer 2021, summer 2022. Summer 2023, the security queue problem was pretty much solved. The cleanliness took a little bit longer to solve, but they are working on it. Kenny Jacobs has really done things like identified, if we can't do get the services and all the toilets back in action. There are 100 toilets, believe it or not, in Dublin Airport's 2 terminals. We concentrate on the ones that are most frequently used, the one like when you turn to the left coming into the arrivals hall in Terminal 1, all of those. It's a matter of facing a huge number of problems and just prioritising what they can work through. They got a very substantial fine from the IAA. It was 10 million, and then they got, because of the security queue and the work they'd done in that, they got sort of a rebate of 3.1. And it's a little bit complicated because they also have a passenger cap issue, which is an ongoing argument between the IAA and Dublin Airport, which has to be resolved.
Eoghan Corry, editor of Travel Extra, thank you for speaking with us.